Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 21, and it is May the 8th. Nope, June the 8th. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's one day before the Jeff Keighley Summer Game Fest.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, that's
This
on
this
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Or
Oh shit.
yeah, gotta watch
And then-
all the hot React streams from Jeff Keighley himself.
And then next Monday is the Capcom State of the Union.
I don't know.
Address.
Capcom has been Cap God recently.
Yep, they nail it.
Oh gosh, I forgot Dragon's Dogma also comes out this year.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Me and Nolan were saying that this year is one of those video game years where there's just a ton of hitters.
Yep. Everything got delayed from COVID, and it's finally coming out now.
Yeah, like it feels like every
Lord of the Rings Golem.
Yeah, you have Gollum.
Oh,
Even
gosh,
trash
I
has
remember
its
that.
hitter. Like garbage gets its hitter this year.
Is that a mascot platformer?
Yes.
You know,
That is a throwback movie mascot platformer that you were in elementary, early middle school. You went to the Blockbuster and you go, "Hey, I like Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna get this game." And it turns out you got the worst game you've ever played.
I was gonna say I like 7-Up, so you got the 7-Up.
Cool
dot
Spot was
platform.
great.
Man, I love the Noid.
Yeah,
Yo, I love Real Monsters. I hope this Real Monsters game is gonna be sick. It turns out it wasn't. It was like a puzzle platformer, and I couldn't figure it out.
It's actually the worst.
puzzles are too hard for Kevin.
It was. It was like Crumb had an ability where you could like golf ball his eye further through the level to see things, and it just didn't make any sense.
Kevin, I'm learning a lot about how you approach fighting games. I'm like, it was too hard, so I didn't like it.
Although
I switched to a new character.
that
with
has
new
been
gimmicks.
the ongoing Street Fighter 6 of I will play a character for about 3 hours and then I start to lose, so then I pick a new character because maybe that'll fix the problem. Still good though.
Problem's not the character, Kevin.
No, it's the. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll just you'll figure out. You pick someone and it'll work.
So I meant to, but I haven't sent you the video from Giuno about Lily, and she's the actual goblin character.
Lily is pretty cool. Lily is always I kind of keep coming back to. I'm not exactly like I can't quite make it work. I like of all the
Unless you push medium punch.
medium putt a lot. I press the jab button a lot. I press her mediums where she does, as we would colloquially call the airplane.
Yep.
You airplane a lot with Lily. You wind up and then you hit him with that plus on block Condor Spire, and then you press the grab button. Because people don't understand that you're plus on block after that, so you just hit them and then
Nope.
you just give them that Mexican typhoon.
Well, I mean, it's also a lot of these people don't even know how to deal with the command throw. They don't just.
That's lord. Okay, so we're talking about Street Fighter 6 potential game of the year contender. People have no idea how to, at least in the scrub ranks where I live. Manon is a killer. They do not understand that her medium target combo that brings them close to you, that you just hit that and then hit the command throw button, or do you just do a command throw? It's just square circle back, half circle back, and it's over. You just keep doing that forever, and then you get message saying nice spam.
It's like, dog, it worked. Don't let it work.
There's several ways out of it. You can jump out of it. You can
you
throw
hold
her. You can throw her out of her own command throw.
Yeah, because it has a ton of startup.
Yeah, you just press the throw button. If they're doing
Or
it,
jab.
just
You
do
can
it.
jab too, and then you'll get a counter hit, and then you can do a counter hit punish combo.
Yeah, you gotta make them not do the same thing over and over. But yeah, Street Fighter 6 is really good. Potential game of the year contender.
Yep.
I like it. Have you done any of the World Tour mode?
Nope, I don't really plan to.
I've been doing a bit of it. It's fun. I like getting clothes. That's like the whole point. Is you do it to get some clothes for your avatar.
Oh yeah, isn't by doing it you get the classic costumes as well
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
if you don't want to pay for them.
Yeah, if you don't want, but I think it's fun. It's cute. It's something you do to kind of like press buttons a little bit, get some clothes. I got like a cool like Roman gladiator hat for my character. I'm like, that's neat. I want a wizard hat so I can be part of the Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
That is.
We love casting spells.
We love casting spells. Big ups to my friend Artemis for showing me that way earlier before it blew up. So
I don't know why it blew up, though.
Well, because it's funny. See,
I mean, it's very funny, and it's always been funny to me, but why now?
I don't know. I think people
What
started
happened?
drawing the Shadow Wizards as like characters. Like I know God, I forgot his name. I'll remember it later. Sir, he drew some Shadow Wizards.
Oh, the king.
Yeah. And I was like, oh man, Shadow Wizard's coming. I saw the one where it was Asuka R. Cruz as the Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Because he loves casting spells and is a part of the Shadow Government. So, that's Guilty Gear lore. But yeah.
I miss playing Guilty Gear, but like the online just ever since they introduced crossplay, it was just like, oh, okay, well I can't play this anymore.
Well, like Guilty Gear, it's the biggest difference with Street Fighter 6 is I feel like I get matches on demand. Like I could just go and hit casual match and it'll show up. I could go to a thing and it'll like I have matches just come at all times. I feel like it is 4 seconds between a match, where in Guilty Gear it would be like a minute. But yeah, like you just jam it. I'm still a modern man in Street Fighter. I like modern. I like it. It's fun. I understand some people might scoff at it, but you shouldn't. Fly the modern flag proud.
Oh yeah. So how is the online play?
It's great. I would say like you'll get the occasional bad match, just as in someone's out there and it's going to be terrible. But it's like 1 out of 50. And the matches are like fairly instantaneous for matches. It's easy to get it. You can rematch quickly. Like I've played it for, I don't know, like 17 hours so far. Probably more if you combine the open beta. I think, and a lot of the issues in the open beta were fixed. Like in the open beta, I was getting screen tearing on like supers, which is kind of annoying. But that has been fixed for the launch. I've had like no technical problems. At least on my computer. I assume on like PlayStations, it probably runs A-okay.
Oh yeah.
But like, that game is really, it's a complete package. I even like it's cool because the character guides are even, Drew's having some issues, but that's fine. The character guides are good because like you'll see them and then they'll say like, hey, this is kind of what you're supposed to do. And I know you can watch a YouTube video for that, but I like that it's in the game. It's really good. You can go to like the character guide section and they'll be like, this is kind of the game plan of what you should be doing.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we can.
Okay, so yeah, they had those in Street Fighter 5 already. I don't know. That's one of those of like that game had other menuing problems of no one bothered to look at any of the menus ever, as opposed to Street Fighter 6, which just has too many menus.
I like it.
Yeah, playing PS4, I've not had any problems playing that game, and it actually like loads up faster than Street Fighter 5 did, which
Hmm.
is great because I figured everything would be like Street Fighter 5 and Guilty Gear Strive where they just take forever to load, but no, it turns out if you optimize your game, it's fine.
It's that Resident Evil engine or whatever they always use. It's like it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to
yeah,
have a problem with it.
good job, Capcom. Never not hitting. But yeah, like I don't have. I've played the round the cast. I keep picking characters, which I think is like part of it is my own indecision, but part of it is just because I think the characters overall for me are fun to play. So I'm
Yep.
like I'm just enjoying myself. I think there's some level of like there's I don't remember if it was League of Legends. I think that's where I remember hearing about it a lot. Where the concept of ELO hell, where people thought they were like trapped in the silver ranks, and then someone was saying like, you might just have the revelation maybe you're just a silver player if you're getting like wins and losses in like a range. It's like maybe that's where you're actually just supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm part of me's accepting that, but it's one of those
You,
things.
you, okay, so like I think if we play extended sets, you will slowly get better.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I'm still feeling around the cast.
Yeah, that too. Uh,
I haven't.
have you done?
Oh, you go ahead. You're gonna go.
So I was gonna ask what I already asked you on Twitter about like, have you done any trials and but already know yes you have.
Yeah, I do the
Um,
combo in the modern one. Modern. So that's what I actually think is cool about modern is that like there's still like combo trials and stuff to do where you're turning on and off the auto combo where you're doing like auto combo heavy to get like your like Ryu double punch and then you're going into light and then the medium and you're just it feels like you're pressing actual buttons but it's like enough of a at least for my mental state I can remember like that many. It's hard exactly to explain.
now I get what you're saying. Of like you're still doing Street Fighter links even in modern controls,
Yeah,
but
like you're not playing like cross tag where you're just slamming on like the light or like DB fighters where like all right I'm gonna slam on the light for 3 buttons and then I'm gonna slam on the heavy and I'm gonna put the super on it or something.
yeah.
Like that's my biggest like advocate of modern controls is that it feels like you're still doing Street Fighter buttons, but you have some more consistency if needed.
Do they have any so like classic combos will have take Cammy for instance. Cammy has like a combo where part of it is like after you launch them, you do a dive kick, like you jump and do a dive kick, and then you do a raw drive impact or not drive rush. So it's not like a special, it's not a canceled one, it's just a raw one like in the middle of it. I can't imagine there's any of those in a modern control
Uh
tile.
yeah. Well no, there's some of the actually there is drive rush cancels in some of them. Like
But they're not drive rush cancels. It's like literally a raw drive rush in the middle of the combo. Like you're not canceling into it
I
from
have not
normal.
seen that in the middle. I've seen them like cancel drive rush cancels and I've seen starting from a drive rush. Like a couple of them are like you got to drive like a Ryu one is like drive rush in doing his overhead and then you do some stuff after it. But there's no like yeah in the middle just do it.
Yeah. And so I was like, this seems like this is going to be trickier than they want new players to spend their time trying to do.
Yeah. I also
I
think
saw a scrub quote of someone was like, I can't even finish the beginner and intermediate challenges, so I uninstalled the game. It's like, oh, you poor
good.
baby.
Good. Let them do it.
Call the week.
I don't know, like those the easy ones. I did the easy one with everyone except Dalsim. Dalsim I don't like.
So Dhalsim and Zangief both have problems because you need to have both all three kicks and all three punches as a button.
Yeah, well, you
And
can do that in modern. Like,
no. So what I'm saying though is like that gives me problems because I want to have different control schemes where I don't have those, and so like trying to hit especially three punches at the same time is hard to do with your thumb hitting two buttons and your finger pulling the trigger.
yeah, like I try. So like Blanca is not going to work for me. At least I'll say this now, so eventually I'll be proven myself wrong. But I just it does not feel correct in Street Fighter 6. And one of the big elements is the Blanca chans, because like a limited resource like that is anathema to me. Like I can't use a Blanca chan because my brain says, what if I need it?
What if I need that later?
You know, what if, like I have no problems about like just I'll just spend it on
Well,
like a
you
level
can
2.
do his back taunt and make new ones.
Yeah, but that's like ugh. No, I won't. But yeah, like but I've just been enjoying it. It's a fun game. I think it's a complete package.
Mm-hmm.
Been seeing some good freaks. I've seen people with body paints, so I believe you can make a goblin or a Midna, but like I haven't gotten to that point yet. I don't know where those drop.
I made an older Latina woman. That's redundant, but yeah.
Is that where they drop in the story mode?
No. I just made it during the demo, and then she just carried over. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is pretty good, waifu. Good job, me.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking like basically you're seeing waifus. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like you're seeing freaks, waifus, and then what I did was I made myself but just ripped.
I thought you were gonna say and Taylor Swift's.
That's someone's.
And Majima's. I saw a few
Yeah, well, I
Majimas that were
saw.
really
Yeah,
good.
like other characters. I've seen a lot of One Piece characters, like a lot of Frankies, because people can like make their forearms
Big
huge.
stupid arms.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's like you give people the Oda proportions. See, that's what the live action Netflix should have done. It's like kept the Oda proportions, so you get all these like grotesqueries out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're not prepared to see what Walpole looks like in live action with like a human flesh. It's like ah, it's like oh, he's gonna vor you.
There's so many good meme ones.
He's gonna vor you like that guy who like ripped open his mouth and whatever it was. That one movie. It was like it was like the kid who was a thief, but he had like paranormal parents or something. What was that called?
The page turner?
No, it was like it was a Charlie Bone, but not an Artemis Fowl. That's it.
Oh.
I can
Sorry,
remember
when you said
Charlie
guy-
Bone.
When you said guy that like opens up his mouth, all I thought about was Ichi the Killer.
See, because it was that gif where like that guy was like feeding time, and he's like ripping
Yeah, that's
open his own mouth.
Yeah, he's a dwarf.
Yeah,
He's a master thief dwarf.
because I just remember when people saying, girls saying, I don't. Guys reacted when girls saying they don't eat, my boyfriend don't eat ass, and he just like feeding time. Ah, delightful. Anything else going on? Any other video wagos you've been playing?
I mean, nothing real besides trying to watch some Street Fighter stuff because I can't get to the game yet.
Aw. I played Bolt Gun. It's pretty good.
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, it's
gonna be
exactly
great.
what it is. Like, yeah, they made the Doom shooter that's Warhammer. It's pretty good. I think the enemies are a little too spongy. Just a tad. But other than that, like fairly solid. What else? I was gonna say something. I've just been playing a lot of Street Fighter. It's been
Same.
it's
Well, not even a lot, less than I want to.
Steam says 17 hours that I've played over the bit. Okay, yeah, it's 15 hours, but then I always forget that like the demo I had like 7 hours in.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, Street Fighter's pretty great right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's understandable.
I mean, if you're listening to this today, Max is doing the Twitch Rivals, so like watch it, which is really funny because in the trailer.
Oh wait, did you see his the video he put up for that?
Yeah, or the trailer they put Wooly getting beat by Daigo,
Like,
and Wooly
right
was
after
not
you know the
pleased.
greatest moments in esports history.
Yep.
And no one got to it.
Yeah, he's not. No, Wooly's not even in it. He's just no. It's just here's where Daigo beat up Wooly on stream.
You gonna out footsie Daigo?
No.
No.
Get out of here, Wooly.
Well,
Yeah,
to
no,
be
what's
fair,
wrong?
it's not even that Daigo's great at footsies. It's just that fucking he just reads his opponent so good.
He's got just pure Yomi.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite of the old best friend bits where Wooly was talking about going to Evo and facing some scrub round 1, and then he looks at his pairing and it's just Daigo Umahara. He's just like, no.
Oh, why? Oh, man.
They did another bit. It was where Wooly and
Which
Reggie were talking.
Listen, there's also just a bunch of good like Street Fighter content. Like, what was the Capcom thing where the voice actor for Luke dressed up as Luke?
That dude is like turned me around on Luke.
Dude, that guy's awesome.
He is Capcom should give him more money because he has like turned around my opinion on like Luke.
Okay, what's the guy's name?
I forget. It's like an Alex something.
Okay, the dude's going off the walls, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, like he's dressing up as Luke. He beat up Susie as Luke and then did Luke's like
Did the poses?
his poses. It's great. I love it.
Alex.
Okay,
cool.
He's great.
Oh, also, actually, Kevin, your real solution is Honda. You just need to pick Honda and do headbutts and butt slams, and just be more patient than most Hondas.
Honda is difficult because, like, on paper, Honda is the character on paper that I should play, but it's not quite working. Like, I see all the elements there. It might be one I have to like actually like play more of or figure it out because it has like
you're looking at too many elements: a headbutt and butt slam.
And like the headbutt has the like the EX has like a hit of armor on it, so you can go through like a Hadouken. And I just like having the command throw on a button in modern. Very nice.
There's a pack of dogs that are just roaming through this parking lot right now.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, well, they're hot. They got in the shade.
Bark with me if you're my dogs.
Oh, one of them laid down. They're too hot.
They need some water. Poor boys.
How many games do we want to add to the list today?
Oh, well, first we should do like anything else before we go into that, or are we just gonna go into that and then like how's it gonna go?
I'm gonna say let's just Yeah, let's just roll into that.
All right, we'll go
'Cause I
into it.
think
If you have
Street
anything,
Fighter is eating up most of our time this week for everybody.
yeah, okay. If you have anything you want, just yell it out. Like interrupt this.
Oh, one thing. Did y'all see the bad scuttle wrap that's in the new Little Mermaid movie?
Yes, I did.
Man, that's bad.
Well, I like
Aquafina.
The guy who did Hamilton,
yeah,
who wrote it.
I I like her as like a comedian. I don't like it when she does other stuff that isn't being a comedian.
I was gonna say she's terrible in Renfield.
No, I'm like what she's doing stand up. That's
Yeah.
her only okay stuff.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Of like, yeah, like
Yeah.
in Renfield she was bad. Like she was not, but like I imagine she has to be popular for a reason. So
I'm also thinking of that awful episode of The Boys Diabolical.
Oh yeah,
That
I finished The Boys.
That was season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, just more of The Boys.
I kind of want the next season to be the end.
Yeah, I think it's done.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like, I feel The Boys' biggest issue is that like they don't want to kill like that show needs to kill Homelander, but they kind of don't want to because like that's popular. But I feel like next season has to be the end of it.
Well, like the comic ends, right?
yeah.
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 The comic got kind of bad.
You love casting spells, damn it.
Yeah, think about the Shadow Wizards.
Yeah, I am. I just saw something that just said, "We love casting spells." Fuck,
Yeah,
love that shit.
It's so good. Nukes are online, and it works because that's what a wizard calls their spells. You're nuking them down. But yeah, I watched The Boys. It was okay. I finished Letterkenny. That show is dead to me now.
That show's been dead to me.
Oh, good lord! It's only gotten worse. It's gotten like far like it's. I feel like I can't describe my best description of current Letterkenny is they got a paycheck, so they did the absolute bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like the characters are like I would describe. There's not even blocking anymore in the scenes. It's like, here's a scene where Wayne and Derry and Squirrely Dan are just sitting on a porch for 5 minutes. Like, there's no, like, it's like one of their early bits, but they're like, all right, and that's like a third of the episode.
I feel like a lot of the writers have just, a lot of the writers are just kind of done with it.
Oh, they're giving up and they're just going whatever. But anyway, let's get to our game list. If you have something, just interrupt. Drew, you're on number 7.
Yep.
We last landed on
my number 7.
Nolan.
My number
Heroes 1. Sorry.
Yeah. So my number 7 is Nier Automata.
Oh, it's a good one.
That's a great one. Tell us
that's a real good one.
About Nier Automata.
So this game is, I think, hindered only by the budget it didn't have. I definitely think Yoko Taro is a good storyteller, and the composer is a very good composer.
No, it's incredible.
Oh, that music in that game is beautiful.
Story and music has always been good in Nier. Also, Drakengard's cool.
Yeah.
Not Drakengard 2 or 3. Get those out of here.
They have ideas. And so I don't know. I think people. I don't know. That's one of those where it's weird to say, but I think most people know about Nier Automata.
Yeah, it's great. I like Nier. I like that game. My biggest complaint with Automata is I think, with me
More fishing.
No, I think the first, like Nier the first had some of those similar twists before. So like it's what your first exposure was to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like I feel kind of like it's just you're gonna have issues with, at least this is personally like, because I'm pretty sure, Drew, you didn't play Near the first.
Nope, I have the remake,
Okay,
and I just haven't played it yet.
yeah, but I like I played it like in like the olden times as like a random game like I got for cheap because it had Square and there's some weirdos were talking about it, and then you played through it and you're like, wow. And it's hard for a game to usurp that. It's the equivalent of like if Nier Automata had no press behind it and you played it. Besides, like one guy on a game podcast said you should probably play this game. The closest thing we currently have to it is 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is an incredible game.
An incredible game that no one knows about.
No one knows, no one cares. But if I'll be that anime weirdo. You should probably, if you're an anime weirdo, and you like Nier Automata, and like Vanillaware and robots, you should probably check out 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Get yourself some yakisoba pan. But yeah, Nier Automata is great. I like the music. I like the style. I like the gameplay. That's one thing that's vastly improved from like Nier the original, is that Automata plays like a video game.
One of the best Platinum games.
It's probably it is probably their best game.
Yeah.
I think Metal Gear Rising has some hyper moments, but like overall, Nier Automata is a more complete game with a better story. Even though Metal Gear Rising is beautiful.
It's beautiful in its own way.
Also in that way, in that Hideo Kojima way of like, nah, it's prophetic.
Yup.
Disturbingly prophetic. It's the moment I'm getting off of it. Like it's hard not to, because I know this is the game of Nier is great. We're gonna say it, but that moment in Metal Gear Rising when like Senator Armstrong was like, "Don't worry, Jack, the public's already on my side," and then like live tweets to people in the comments yelling like, "This is a fake video, down with the evil terrorist," and you're like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god. Oh god.
There's like a dramatic zoom in of like some, I would call it like Patriot Eagle Dad, like it just zooms in saying like, "I support him." It's like, it's great. But yeah,
the villain is between Bernie, my ex-wife, a bad tenant, and General Chud fuckery.
Yeah, see, that's why we need Kojima to give us Rising 2.
Yeah.
But he has to, I don't know, it's one of those things where Kojima has to temper his power, because if he makes a video game, it's gonna happen. He needs to make like a video game where everything's nice, like Hideo Kojima's Animal Crossing.
Listen, Kojima's power is not to make the future. He just knows the future. He just knows what's ahead. That's all.
The problem is Hideo Kojima's Animal Crossing is going to devolve into a discussion of like, is an unjust peace better than a just war?
No, it's going to be about housing people out of their homes.
See, it'll be Animal Crossing, where you're crossing the lines between man and beast.
Oh, it's Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah.
The cross is the X, which is the X chromosome.
Yeah, because
we all share it.
It's about gender.
But then the main character is going to have a cross on somewhere on their body.
It'll be like a biblical cross, but it'll be kind of on its side.
Yeah, slightly.
So
askew.
it's like an X, but the X is a cross.
This shit just writes itself, honestly.
All right. Anything else we have to talk about in your Automata?
Nope. Just where do you want to put it on the list?
I will say I feel like that's at the top for right now.
I'd put it below Disco.
Ooh, below Disco.
I think it goes below Disco.
I would put it above Disco.
Nolan gets to decide.
All right.
I would put it above Shadow of the Colossus. He's thinking.
I'll put it below Disco.
Okay.
Because now I'm thinking that there's a few points where a lot of my friends that played it stopped playing it because of some of the ending things that happen, where if you just walk off, it'll do an automatic game over.
Yeah. Like 9S just runs away and lives a life of frivolity.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now redo the whole mission.
You ate that fish.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I haven't played Disco, but it's stuck with me. That's one of those kind of games. All right. My number 7 is going to be really easy and really short. Because everything Nolan said about Halo 3, I say about Halo 2.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like, literally, like, everything he said about Halo 3, it's Halo 2 for me. Also, Halo 2 has the benefit where, because my grades were good and we didn't have a test, my dad let me skip school to go get it that day.
Ooh.
So I got to skip school, play Halo. The campaign's great, multiplayer's great.
One of the best multiplayers.
Yeah, it was
just hanging with your friends, blowing through it. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's superb. And I think the campaign is the best because that game writes a lot of checks that the rest of them don't quite cash. Like, it's wild in Halo 2 where you get to play as like the Covenant, the Arbiter. Yeah. And that opening sequence where Master Chief is basically getting like a medal for his service on Halo, it's like completely juxtaposed with like the leader of the aliens getting just branded like a failure and traitor. And then you get to go see him, and you can see like rebel factions in the Covenant. It's like the alien. It's fleshing out the world. Even the flood, where you get to talk to the Grave Mind, the like hive mind of the Flood, and he's telling you like
Flood.
He's just telling you like, all right, you guys gotta talk and work together because those idiots are gonna activate the like life killer, and that kills us all. And even though I'm an evil like mass, I don't want to die. So yeah, Halo 2 is pretty great. It's on my list. I would put it exactly where Halo 3 is.
Sorry, I gotta think about this one because I would love to put it next to each other.
No, I think that's what I mean. We should break the rules and put them. I think we should put them literally on the same thing because Halo 2/3.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Like, yeah. I don't have any qualm with that because it's basically Nolan and me. I think we have like the exact same feelings for like the different. It's why I was saying like every year had like, it's like I think Halo 3 came out when Nolan was the age when Halo 2 came out. It was like that exact time. I think that's about right. So that's why I'm saying no, they're the same game.
Yeah.
All right, Nolan, give us 6.
Yeah. So my number 6. I'm glad we're on this topic of first-person shooters because I am probably going to bring out what might be my favorite first-person shooter ever, and that's going to be Titanfall 2.
That's a great game.
That is just an amazing feeling game, top to bottom. Good story, great multiplayer. I mean, it's a game I could play for hours. If the servers still work, I probably would still be playing to this day.
It makes you sad that that Apex is popular.
Yeah, I wish Apex did good but died out.
Yeah, because Titanfall 2 is really cool. Like the single player is good, the multiplayer is good, the robots are good.
Just a fun story about you as like a nobody soldier hanging out with a cool robot. Your cool Optimus Prime.
Yeah, you have your Optimus Prime pal. You have like a cool time level I think it did it.
I think one of the best levels in video gaming.
I think it did it
Honestly.
before Dishonored 2's time level. I think Dishonored 2 stole that gimmick from Titanfall 2. I'm not sure.
It did, and it did it worse.
Yeah, because it wasn't as quick. You're just warping around. It's great. It was like it was the DO simulator. It was like it was the stand user simulator where you're just like warping back in time and shooting a guy in the back. He's like, oh man, he couldn't handle it.
Or like enemy soldiers just like, oh, he just disappeared, I guess. And you just teleport behind them using time powers and blow their brains out.
And it was well enough controls that you didn't feel like overwhelmed while doing it.
And then you also see the part like, oh, what happens if it overloads? You teleport into concrete in 2 different
Yeah, sick.
Oh, fuck.
Titanfall 2 is great. My only
fastball special is catching you.
My only complaint is that the campaign is a little short. It's really good while it's there, and at this point in time, it's just one of those where like, as time has gone on and EA is like kind of shuttering it, and the population goes down, then like parts of that game are become increasingly unplayable. As is
because
the fate
because the Chinese hackers want what was it, Titanfall?
I don't
online
know. They wanted
or something,
but it was nonsense.
Someone tried to like hack into the servers to get full control, so they can hold it for hostage to make them make a game they want. It's an insane story. If so, like look up Titanfall online hacking. It's an insane bullshit story. It's crazy.
But yeah, where does it go on the list?
Currently, I would put it below Portal 2.
I would put it, because I don't know where the list is. I don't look at it.
So between Portal 2 is above Metal Slug and Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, I'd put it below Portal 2.
And it's below No More Heroes and Star Wars Battlefront 2 good version.
Good version.
Yeah, I'd put it below Star Wars Battlefront 2 good version.
Oh, you put it above Portal 2?
No, I mean I would put it below Portal 2.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Drew, what's your number 6?
Okay, my number 6 is Trackmania.
That's a bold choice. Tell us about Trackmania.
Cool. Okay.
God, Trackmania is so fucking good. So I think it's technically Trackmania Turbo, but whatever. Take your pick. Trackmania.
That's what I put as like a current version or whatever with Binding of Isaac, because there's been like whatever. I just put Trackmania.
Yeah. So Trackmania is a game where you're just trying to get the best time on a lap, and the lap is sometimes developer made, but often user made. And there's whole servers based out of Europe, because that's the only place that plays Trackmania with any real fervor. They have their own custom MP3s loaded onto their servers.
Trackmania is in the genre of video game I will describe as Jeff Gerstmann core.
Yes.
Like, this is a Jeff Gerstmann game.
Like, it's so good though. It's so good. And then you just go, and as soon as you see, oh, my time is worse, you just restart. And it's immediate. There's no lag. It's just you hit the reset, it takes you back to the start, and it gives you a 3, 2, 1, and you try again. And it's at first you're cutting off big swaths of time, and then you're cutting off like increments of a second, until finally it's like, okay, that's all the time on this track, new track. And they don't stop. They just go forever. So the only downside to it is there's just a lot of mods you kind of have to install to get the full Trackmania experience. Like ones that are actually managing and like tracking information for you and giving you a actual heads-up display for it that the native game does not give you. But
Yeah, I mean, I think Trackmania is cool.
it's one of those games you can start playing and lose hours to.
So
So
where
good.
do you want it on the list?
This is getting hard because I have such unfamiliarity with most of these
Well, yeah,
games.
that's like the thing. That's why I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like, to me, Trackmania feels like it's in the bottom third.
See, I would
I
think it's
feel
at
like
least
it
in the.
would be.
I would put it around the Halos.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Would it be above or below? Because that's a lot of very
I would
good like
put it
community
right
aspects
below
to it.
Halos, the Halos.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm not happy, but I can
to
live
me,
with
the
that.
Halos are where you're starting to, and that's only because you have to fight nostalgia.
The Halos are Alex Valle, right?
They are no, I'm
Well, Trackmania is at least Mina RD.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
okay. I want to tell my number
Okay.
6. My number 6 is a game that is reviled, but it's also reviled because it is so good, and I can't deny it. And that game is Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Mm.
It was hard to, in of all the Smash Brothers, I put Melee on there because the leap from Smash 64 to Melee was astronomical. Like in terms of graphical fidelity, characters, like every character got a new special move from like a side special. Like Melee was worth buying a GameCube. Like if you got a GameCube and Melee, you were good.
I'm trying to remember. Like the original roster was what, like 12 people,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like 12.
and then Melee was
it was like
30
24. It
or
was a
something.
lot. No, it was like
There was a
24.
ton. There was a ton of
It
them.
felt like it was doubled.
Yeah.
And then you had a
Yeah,
ton
I
of
think it's like
stages.
26, maybe.
Okay, it sounds about right.
But yeah, like it's just that game felt massive. Like that was one game where I would come home from school and I just play like the single players, and I felt like I was always unlocking something.
Yeah.
And it was just that game felt really good. Not to mention times when you'd bring like a GameCube controllers and you would just play Smash Brothers.
Yep.
And I feel like it's like there are Smash Brothers I like better. It's one of those, but like all of my good Smash memories come from Melee.
Just it's summertime. You're hanging out with your friends with your GameCube playing Melee.
Yep. And it's 4-player.
Yeah, and there's so
Um,
many stages and modes and crap. Like I felt like I was never lacking. Like I think Brawl has some better like characters and stuff, and it's a bit, but like single player Brawls was terrible. That's why I put Brawl
Yeah.
below Melee. Like I didn't
Was
like
it-
Subspace Emissary at all.
One of the
Nope.
best video game openings as well.
Yeah, whereas like
Yep.
God, I think Melee is incredible. It is a feat. It's my number 6.
The true Smash progenitor. What shot it off into the atmosphere. And then it's also the game that Xbox and Sony have tried to copy and just cannot.
Oh, they can't.
Yep. They don't have.
So
don't have it.
WB couldn't do it either.
Nicktoons couldn't do it.
Nope. Rivals of Aether did okay.
Yeah, I like that one.
Rivals of Aether did fine.
It did okay, but it's still not Smash.
Oh no, it's not Smash at all, but it's just not a failure. I think that's what we're trying to get at.
It's a game that the hater, or sort of the creator, says, I don't want to make this anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I think I finished my product.
So yeah, that's my number 6. Where's Melee going?
I mean,
I
don't know.
put it around No More Heroes.
Yeah, is it better or worse than No More Heroes 1?
I would put it above No More Heroes.
I would also
as
put
much
it
as I
above.
love No More Heroes, Melee is too important.
To me, Melee is like my biggest thing is that was worth the price of the console.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got a GameCube in that game, and you're like, you're good. All right, we're on number 5. We'll do the number 5s.
Next week.
No, we'll just do them this week. We have like 10
I
minutes.
can't. I have to go back to work.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
Drew has to
no.
go, so we'll do number 5s next week. Anyway, thanks for talking. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.